and my hairspray, but we need to clean up the kitchen with this darling little giftable set from not Scrub Daddy, Scrub Mommy. I mean, Christopher Joyce is gonna walk us through it, but I mean, this is the one that I love so much. Scrub Daddy changed my life first because it was the bye-bye stinky sponge, and it was the get all the gunk off the surfaces. That's the Scrub Daddy side right there that you see my friend Blair. But Mommy, you know, when Daddy's being strict and tough and rough, Mommy comes in, and no offense, Christopher, softens the mood, gives you the tender and love that you need, doesn't break the glass because she's not all scrub and hard. So I'm so thrilled to show you what we have today in gift boxes, the Scrub Mommy. So one side is that, again, rough and tough. I'll get all the dirt and the grime and the debris off. And then I won't break anything. I'll just gently wipe your counters and go over your glass for you. Have all these in my house, in every bathroom, under the sink, in the kitchen. But look at how they're arriving in time for the holiday season, exclusive to QVC. You get 3 gift boxes. So the person who just moved into their first house, the girl who you take a walk with and you're always talking about cleaning when you get home, and then just fun to keep in your own house because it's always nice to stock up or gift to your sister who is so much like you and you both love a clean house. A low price of $31. It's all 3 giftable boxes home. Christopher Joyce, that is a dozen Scrub Mommies. Cheers, cheers, and more cheers. So I have one. Oh, yeah,
cheers.
you do.
I
Cheers.
do. They gave me some.
I'm not really drinking mine, but
Okay.
please feel free to drink yours. I just have a longer night.
All good.
And I don't have my partner in crime. So honestly, I feel like you can't talk about Scrub Mommy without talking about Daddy.
Yeah. I mean, let me just explain that this is basically Scrub Daddy's take on a double-sided sponge, okay? The trouble with the double-sided sponge is this scratches. Scrub Daddy, Scrub Mommy, never gonna scratch. The other problem is the softer side on a typical double-sided sponge, it never rinses clean, it gets really stinky.
Okay, and that's just ugly in your sink.
It's
no
just
offense
disgusting.
To that sponge.
And this is cute, but really, really functional. In fact, we've had this independently lab tested that it absorbs 3 times more. Look at that, almost a cup of water compared to your typical double-sided sponge, and creates 77% more suds. But to your point, we have to go back to the Scrub Daddy.
Okay.
So the Scrub Mommy has the flex texture, which is that Scrub Daddy material on the one side.
Okay.
The Resofoam that you just saw was super absorbent on the other. But what makes it really special is the fact that it changes texture by changing the temperature of the water.
Okay.
So I put one in the hot water, one in the cold water, and instantly, that's all it takes. A transformation takes place. So in the hot water, watch this. The Scrub Mommy is soft and compressible. So it's perfect to pick up those everyday messes, to do the dishes. The one in the cold water, look at this. It's hard, it's firm, it's standing up at attention, it's ready to do that heavy-duty scrubbing, but it's never gonna scratch the surface. And to demonstrate that, what I'm gonna use over here is a glass top stove.
All right.
Sensitive to scratching. We burned on gravy browning for 45 minutes, mustard, ketchup, and cheese on this glass top stove, and also on this non-stick coated pan. All I'm using, Amy, remember, that was not coming off with that spatula. It is truly burned on there for 45 minutes. But here's the beauty of the Scrub Mommy and that flex texture material. In the cold water, it has the ability to scrub, never scratch, and the beautiful thing about Scrub Mommy is you scrub, you flip, and you wipe on that softer side.
Well, and then my favorite thing is I put these on the top rack of my dishwasher all the time, and I clean my sponges. So I can't tell you the last time I had to grab new Scrub Mommies. I just want to get in here real quick with this camera shot. Because the reason you're in our happy hour show, we're drinking champagne and cleaning, is have you ever seen a cleaning product so giftable before? And you don't pay $31 for 1 box. You get 3 boxes. They all have the 4 sponges. They are customer top rated. So what do you give your grown children? And what do you give all those cute little granddaughters with a cute little nail polish? A little boxable set of Scrub Mommies. And I'm telling you, very rarely do we talk about sponges changing our lives, but I have 2 random things here at QVC that have changed my life. A can opener that I bought years ago, and Scrub Mommies. They've changed my life.
They do change your life, and we always say Aaron Krause revolutionized the kitchen sponge, because watch this, you're seeing how dirty this Scrub Mommy is, but unlike this typical double-sided sponge, watch this, I'm just gonna put him in hot water, but he's also top rack dishwasher safe. So as you're cleaning your dishes or whatever you are cleaning, this is self-cleaning itself. Look at this, you saw how dirty she was. Now she's bright, she's fresh, and she's clean. She sits there for about a half hour. She's perfectly dry. Now, we talked about being 77%, it generates 77% more suds than your typical double-sided sponge. Take a look at this.
Okay.
Just a dollop of the soap, and then I'm going to take this mug that I filled early on in the show, and it's going to create a geyser of suds. And that's what that Scrub Mommy, that Resofoam material is going to do for you.
I mean, it's just so cute to put in your stockings. I mean, if you already own them and you're like, Amy, you're right. That was a life-changing sponge for me, too.
It sounds silly.
Right? Have fun gifting them. Everybody gets a pink, a white, a red, and a blue. And then the mommy side is always yellow. That's just your, you know, your daddy side, your harder side. You'll get 12 sponges. If you need new, keep a box for you. If you want to, like, teach everybody about them, break them apart and, like, put little kits together and hand them out to the book clubs and the study groups and, like, you know, all the people that we hang out with, and put them in your stockings. But it's the most effective sponge, and it never smells stinky. My fingers used to smell so gross after washing the dishes. Yes.
Yeah, and this is a perfect time to stock up. Even if you're, I would say get 2 sets, give, you know, a bunch of the sets away as gifts, but keep them for yourself because they're gonna last about 2 months each.
Okay.
Now, what I love is the double-sided sponge. This is a beautiful piece of hardwood. The problem with this, as soon as I put it on that wood, look what it's done, Amy. It's ruined it, okay? It's scratched.
How could you?
But watch this, the Scrub Mommy and that Scrub Daddy side, no matter how hard I try, it's never gonna scratch the surface. But yet, I put this in cold water, and even on a marbled surface with a coffee stain, or in this case, I put some dried on mustard on there. With the Scrub Mommy, I can scrub, I can flip, I can wipe, and my job is done. How about on stainless steel, which is also very sensitive to scratching? Again, I'm taking off that chocolate syrup that's dried on there. I'm scrubbing, I'm flipping, and I'm wiping, so you don't even need a cloth with the Scrub Mommy. And then lastly, how about your mirrors or your glass? I don't know if you take off the soap scum in your bathroom with this. I'm doing it with just tap water. You can use it with a chemical, Amy, but you don't have to. That's the beauty with the Scrub Daddy products.
That's why you're probably going to want to give a whole box to somebody because, you know, again, I've got the sink in the laundry room, the sink in the kitchen, obviously, and then our master bathroom and the kids' bathroom. Or you break them apart and you have 12 gifts for $31. Maybe it's a sponge and a gift card, a sponge and a lipstick. We had those up earlier. But everybody cleans, right? Everybody needs a great house. Even if you have like a cleaning company that helps out once in a while. It's those daily chores, and it's, of course, my dishes where I mostly love my Scrub Mommy, Christopher.
And in the hot water, so this is soft, now it's going to be soft and compressible, so perfect when you're doing your baking. Now I can get to the both sides of the muffin tins or both sides of the temptation dish at the same time because it's nice and thick. So I'm cleaning both the bottom and the side of the dish at the same time. You're going to find all sorts of uses for it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, everybody has, you know, different gift ideas. We've got that Dooney, so, you know, we've got wow in the show.
Right.
And then we've got the practical. And maybe you gift the girl the Dooney, because we're unlocking the vault tonight. And then you also build her stocking with the cute little sponges. One year, no joke, if my mom's watching, my grandmother got my mother a frying pan. And her sister a gold bracelet.
Right.
I mean, but that's what they each wanted. My mom wanted the frying pan, and the sister wanted the gold bracelet. So, Christopher Joyce, we love the idea. I mean, we're going to use them. 1,300 orders. Now place B37532. I feel so clean. All right, let me grab my Dooney, because I'm